That's me on theremin.
Welcome to the Yankee Hour.
Bronx Talk with Mike and Mark.
That's right. Let's go to Saul in the Bronx. Saul, you're on with Mark and Mike. And welcome to the Eternal Baseball Podcast. I'm your regular host, Mark Weber, and our top guy out of the bullpen from the What's on Joe Mind podcast. It's guest host extraordinaire, Mike Irizarry.
At this point, I'm a semi-regular host.
Yeah, absolutely, right?
I'm almost at the point where I get a bio on the homepage.
I was going to type you up as Scott Proctor, right? Like,
there you go, yeah.
I'm trying to think who else got like everyday Eddie Guardado. Like, just come on in, no problem.
I'm here to pitch every day until Joe Torre ruins my career.
Right, and then you go to Colorado because that's going to be good.
That's going to help.
So
then he went to Baltimore because that's another step forward.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. It was a bad end for El Proctor. But I do need to clear one thing up because I've been selling you short a little bit when I say when Mike fills in, he has two demands that the Yankees be on and that Willie Randolph get called up. And that's actually not true. Your lone demand is that if the Yankees are playing on the game of the week, then Willie Randolph should be on that 26-man roster. So
look, man, he has great value to a 26-man roster.
He's played well in our games. The two threads for Yankee games we manage are Willie plays well and some kind of crushing late game devastation for the Bronx Bombers. So we're hoping to break that tonight, and that's one of the reasons why I think I was pretty hyped about this matchup when Roto said, hey, Sunday night's going to be hard for me. You think Mike can fill in? And I looked at the schedule, Yankees, Rangers. It's literally the best record in Eternal Baseball against the worst. So if ever there was a team we should be able to take.
You're just begging Scott Hamilton to go for 3 home runs tonight, aren't you?
It's going to be
Josh
awesome.
Hamilton, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So can't wait for it. Either way, it'll be entertaining, right?
Is Ruth still out?
I think he's back today.
Okay, all right.
So
how about that? A little ESPN Sunday night action for the Bambino.
Yeah, and the Yanks have won 2 straight. 5 straight actually, but the first 2 against Texas because we're playing the first game off the Monday schedule. And Lou Gehrig is one of the players of the day today off his 8 RBI performance earlier today. And Mickey Mantle hit 2 out on Saturday. So got a lot of momentum.
Yeah, you can't stop Biscuit Pants.
You can only hope to contain him. I'm just hoping to finally see Mickey Mantle look like Mickey Mantle because
It'd be nice.
He was dreadful last year. And then this year he's off to a slow start. So, and along those lines, on Friday, as we got about 40 games into the season, I looked at every roster and moved off with the exception of I think the Guardians, and that sounds weird to say, and the Dodgers. Their rosters where they just didn't have any terrible outliers, no guys dreadfully scuffling. But every other team, there was 1, 2, I don't know. I think St. Louis sent down 6 guys because they've had a tough start, and guys have come up from their inactive roster. And when you see guys on the inactive roster in Eternal Baseball, they're guys like Jack Morris, right? So David Wells, these are really good players and Hall of Famers sometimes. So because every player has their numbers adjusted anywhere from up 30% to down 30% every season, and it's random, and you can't see the number and you can't adjust the number as it should be. That's the main reason we really like the software, because it gives you some variance year to year. If you're playing with the same statistical baseline, if Maris hits 61 homers every year, get kind of dry, right? So
sure.
So the idea that some guys are slumping, some guys are nursing a hamstring that's not bad enough to put them out, but it's affecting their overall numbers. So anyway, we made a bunch of changes on Friday, and then gave control of the rosters back to the computer, and they undid quite a bit of what I did on Saturday. So I sent Joey Votto down after the game on Friday. But then they hired a new general manager who was like, how is Joey Votto in Indianapolis? Come on up. Welcome back, Joey. So Anyway, we'll see if any of it stuck. But for now, let's take a look here. I'll share the screen, and we'll bring up the weekly review here. One nice thing we did have, I got to work with Dave, and he's the D in DK Sports, the guys who make Action PC Baseball, the software we use. And we had some trouble around the New Year's. We had kind of a Y2K22 bug. And really, it was self-inflicted because all that was wrong was they were showing me for pitches thrown in the past. They were showing me days that were longer ago than the last 5 days. So on I don't know, January 9th, it would say Christy Mathewson threw 130 pitches yesterday. And I go, well, obviously, and his pitch count for today is another 135. And I'm like, well, obviously, he can't pitch 2 days in a row at max capacity. So I would hand adjust the
He will if he knows what's good for him.
Right? So it turns out that the pitch counts they were showing me were accurate, but were accurate for like a week prior. So it was me monkeying with them that was having starters go 2 days in a row. And it took a little while to figure that out. But we got it right now, and it affected everybody. So I don't think it was unfair on any level. It was just odd. But we got that lassoed. Pretty happy about that.
Sure. You're enough of a glutton for punishment that you were in tinkering with everyone.
Oh, man. The first day, I changed every pitcher's pitch count to what it should have been for that day. So that's 32 teams, 12 pitchers each. So, yeah. That was not, no, it was their entire roster because they have usually 8 guys in the minors or inactive. Mm-hmm. So it was, 640 pitchers I changed that Saturday. Kind of sucked. But anyway, we're back at it again. So we appreciate you coming along for the podcast. And we'll get this sped up a little bit. We're looking here at the week that was. So this was week 7, and you can see it in this column of the eye chart. I know this is hard to read. But your real outliers this week, the Diamondbacks had a tough week at 1-5. The Mariners, who last year started like 12-1 and then faded into obscurity, they have a 1-5 record this week to drop to 21-20.
That's remarkably consistent with the actual Mariners.
Yeah, right. So if you're feeling nervous in Seattle, you probably should be. And then Toronto had a dreadful week at 1-5. Your big winners this week are 3 division winners from last year: Detroit at 5-1, the Yankees at 5-1, and the Giants have woken up at 5-1 with Willie Mays hitting 230 so far. So we're gonna hope he wakes up a little bit, just for unless
he's still picking it.
Unless you're a Dodger fan, you're probably not rooting for Willie Mays to hit 230 because it seems weird. So but they are still leading their division. But last year they led wire to wire by a great distance. So at least it's a little more competitive this year. But the one I'm really excited about, and I haven't touched this team at all. Maybe once I played an Expo game, but the Expos are over 500, 21-20. Has them tied for the lead in the NL East with the defending division champ Phillies. So I feel bad for pro cities that lose their franchise through no fault of their own.
Yeah.
So, and the fact that Montreal will never, in Eternal Baseball, they'll never get new players, right? Because nobody's retired numbers are going to get any better, and no new players are going to have Expo ties. So,
although in fairness too, they're not going to lose any of their really good players. So.
Yeah, that's true too. Because in a couple of years, Manny Machado will move from Baltimore to San Diego once he's more in Major League Baseball. Once he's more Padre than Oriole, off he goes. So there are things like that. Aroldis Chapman, I think, will be a Yankee in Eternal Baseball next season.
So then that he can give up terrible home runs to nobodies in the 9th inning.
Right. So we got to see who he'll probably. He would. The Yankee bullpen is stacked, but they still don't live up to their billing. But I think it's Mariano Rivera, Goose Gossage, Sparky Lyle, Dave Righetti, and Dylan Betances. I mean, dude.
And I still say you're missing the greatest setup man in Yankees history, Dave Robertson.
Yeah, he's close.
Look, Dave Robertson had a season where his ERA plus was 400.
Yeah. And ironically, Dave Robertson lives like 4 miles from my house in Rhode Island. Yeah. So I should just go by and chat. I'm like, hey, what's up? How much did you like pitching in that Costco down in Tampa?
Look, they gave him a contract, right?
Yeah, anybody could have signed him.
He went and he won us a silver medal. God bless America. And then he was free agent. Anybody could have had him. Tampa called.
Tampa. Ugh. Yeah. So
he's an AL East man. What can you say?
I guess I can't be. I can just be mad that somebody else didn't step up. But that's our weekly tracker. And then here's where we're at standing wise. So like I told you, Philly and Montreal are tied atop the East. New York and Washington only 2 and 3 back. So I do like that the races are tighter this year. Houston is up on Atlanta, the defending champs for the National League South, 2 games. Pittsburgh is really good, but they lost Ed Morris, their all-world 400-inning pitching starting pitcher for the season. So we'll see how that affects Pittsburgh. Cubs and Cincinnati only a little bit back. St. Louis has been dreadful, but they've won 3 of 4. So they may have started to.
Yeah, that's a team with a deep history. So I wouldn't count on them being bad all year.
No, and I changed out like 6 of their players who were having dreadful years. Now we'll see if the GM let that stand. But that was one, man. I sent Johnny Mize down.
Holy cow!
Like hard to do, but it's not a season-long demotion. But we'll see. But they're responding. They won 3 out of 4. So San Fran is good out west. San Diego and LA are kind of in the mix. The Yankees have had a really good week, and that helped them pull ahead. Boston's also playing Birmingham this weekend. And Birmingham's always good, so that's knocked the Red Sox a little bit back in that East.
And they are bums.
Exactly, and they're Boston. Come on, I got to tell you, I haven't worn this full-on Yankee hat in months because I just don't want to fight. Like, I know I'm behind enemy lines, and I don't want to be that guy. So I don't wear the full-on Yankee hat out here in New England very often. Let's see. Birmingham's really good, but Tampa is much improved because they were rotten last year. And Kansas City is almost 500. We love those Royal fans. So behind Frank White, who they complained about all season last year, look at those resurgent Royals. Detroit's kind of asserting themselves up north, and then out west, Seattle's fading. And I don't know that you can say LA is closing on them because Minnesota and Oakland are only 1 game further back. But one of my favorite guys among all these Hall of Famers and luminaries is, if you look over at the pitching leaders, 5th in both leagues, Mike Witt with a 2.13. So look out.
He was a great pitcher for about 5 years, and then his arm fell off.
And that's all you need for Turtle baseball is that little window. So I like that on a team with in their prime Shohei Ohtani and Nolan Ryan and Andy Messersmith and Jim Abbott and Mark Langston.
No, Mike Witt at his peak absolutely belongs with those guys.
Peak Mike Witt getting it done. So
he was a stud.
Good for him. Now, here's my favorite bit of the week, and this is, again, thanks to Dave at DK Sports and DKSports.com. Now, when I say play, I used to have to fast forward like 2 years worth of months, one at a time, because it would always default to 2019, which was a pain. But now, here we are. Boom! Right this year. We'll switch to tomorrow. Just thinking about it. It's still faster than scrolling. Okay.
So we have a request in the comment section about Oakland. Are they're 4 games back? Was that?
Yeah, Oakland's 4 games. You can see it. Well, talk about tiny type. Now you can see it down at the bottom. So out west, Oakland is 4 games back of Seattle in the west, with the Angels 1 game ahead of them. Oakland's the defending champs of that American League West, so we expect more from them. But their pitching has been dreadful, and they lost Chief Bender, great name. Who's their number 2 starter for the whole year. So, yeah, Oakland was always kind of thin on pitching in comparison to other.
They'll have to win more games on the legs of Reggie Jackson.
Right? From
Arizona State University.
Yeah. And Ricky Henderson, my favorite player. So, anyway, so here's our Monday schedule. And we're playing here. So it'll be Texas at New York.
Pick up the phone, Ricky.
Right? There's that story where the GM or that someone from the office contacted Ricky and said, "Hey, our books are off by $1 million. Did you cash that $1 million extension bonus or whatever?" He's like, no, I got it in the glove compartment. Cash the check, Ricky. Cash the check.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. So let me make sure we've got the requisite second baseman. He's totally ready to go. And yeah, Ruth is back. So it's Yu Darvish pitching today in New York. So let's take a look at how the Yanks hit against right-handed pitching. So here they are in order of their OPS this eternal baseball season against right-handers. And Mike, you get to build it. So tell me who you want where.
I mean, Larapin Lou is killing everybody.
Yep.
But in recent years, we've done what? Dimaggio leading off and Mantle second?
Yep.
Let's go ahead and throw that together.
Okay.
And then, of course, got to have the return of the Bambino.
Ruth goes 3.
And the Iron Horse is going to hit cleanup, because especially since he's hot.
There we go. So
we're set for all those. Man, I love being able to take those 4 names and just lock them in.
Not bad, right?
It just makes me feel good. Let's see what else we got there. We got
the one kind of twist. It's a little I would say not normal, but Irizarry has been playing a lot of third because A-Rod has been awful.
Okay.
So I know who's playing second, but Irizarry is an option for third base as well.
I say let's. We have not played him at all in the time that I have spent on this show. So let's give Roger Maris the start.
Okay. Maris is a better fielder than Ruth is.
Yes.
So your defense will be better with Maris and right and Ruth DHing.
Yes, that was the plan. Yes.
Okay.
Then we go hitting 6th. Let's get to. Let's see. Bill Dickey's the lefty, isn't he?
They're both lefties. Well, we've got Posada is up right now as a right-handed option, but Berra and Dickey are lefties with pretty identical splits. But Dickey has had the better season so far.
Well, let's go ahead and Bill Dickey came up big for us a couple weeks ago. Let's go ahead and get Bill Dickey behind the plate. I like having Posada as an option off the bench.
Okay.
The same way I like having Mike Killer, Don Mattingly off the bench. Then we'll go number 7. Let's go get the hit guy, Derek Jeter.
Okay.
And then we'll get Irizarry in the 8th spot.
As a third baseman, right?
Yes. And America's hero, Willie Randolph, will hit 9th.
There we go. And then pitching-wise, the way it runs down, it's Happy Jack Chesbro tonight.
All right.
And then Texas, I guess we won't know until the game goes live, but it will be Yu Darvish tonight. So, my lineup is not complete. What did I do? All right. I guess I'm doing Texas's lineup too. So, well, I just redid the lineups on Friday, so their versus righties lineup normally would look like this, but obviously they've made some changes. So let's do this. Let's do this fast. So batters versus right. Juan Gonzalez is actually hurt right now, so that's why he's not available. So that's one of.
But what do they have normally? And then let's plug in the hold.
All right. So hold on. Load lineup 1 versus right. Come on. I think I just cleared it accidentally. So We'll have to build it.
Webb.
Yeah, I know. But look,
You and the technology.
It kind of writes itself, right? Because we got lefty righty. So we'll go with Beltray cleaning up. Come on. Oh no, it is computer controlled, which is better.
Okay.
So our lineup set.
All right.
Oh, both teams. It seems confused with me for some reason here. Let's see. View opponent. Oh, computer lineup. There.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium for tonight's game between Texas and New York. New York has won 5 straight, and 8 of their last 10. Yu Darvish gets the start for Texas. He's made 9 starts on the year and is 3-0 with an earned run average of 6.10. His first start against New York, he'll be opposed by Jack Kessbro for New York. He's made 10 starts on the year and is 4-2 with an earned run average of 3.00. His first start against Texas. It's 46 degrees, wind speed 10 miles per hour, out to left center field.
Ooh.
Pitching for New York, number 19, Jack Kessbro. Leading off for Texas, second baseman, Michael Young.
Play ball!
Play ball!
There we go. Let me just make sure I got this set up right. Yep. I got to find a way that'll be a to-do for this week is chill out the organist, right? Because that is oppressive.
He's strong.
Man,
he's got gusto.
Right? He's not, leaving it all on the field. So Michael Young. Yeah.
Jeter up the middle.
Right? Great play.
Right fielder, Rusty Greer.
That's not good.
No. Damn it, Rusty.
They did say wind 10 miles an hour out to left center.
That's exactly where he put it.
Fielder, number 23, Nelson Cruz.
Rusty Greer has got, I forget what his real first name, but it's like Stanley Nebuchadnezzar Greer or something like that. Like, no wonder he went by Rusty, right?
Well, that sounds like it's time for me to go look it up.
Here's Nelson Cruz.
First baseman, Rafael Palmyro.
Let's get to. Oh, just one.
Rusty Greer's name is Thurman Clyde Greer.
Josh Hamilton.
Thurman Clyde. Nice.
Thurman Clyde Greer.
Looks like Nelson Cruz just rolled Willie Randolph at second, but that's not the first time that's happened, right? Here's Josh Hamilton.
Willie played in the 70s. He's a tough guy.
Yeah. All right, a 40% chance to get Nelson Cruz at home off the arm of Roger Maris.
Let's do it.
I think you got to.
Come on, Roger.
Throw. All right. Or if we cut the throw to second, we have a 44% chance, and there's 2 outs.
Let's try and get the run at home.
All right.
Third baseman, number 29.
Trying to give Roger Maris a shot to make a play.
Right? We're in a hole already, man. As Adrian Beltre steps in. All right.
Pitching for Texas, number 11, Yu Darvish. Leading off for New York, left fielder, number 5, Joe Dimaggio.
Hey, have you met Joe, Mickey, Babe, and Lou?
You are hopefully going to have a rough day.
Right? That's not quite out.
No.
Great
play. Wow.
Center fielder, number 7, Mickey Mantle.
Gave it a ride.
That's gone.
That's a shot. Mickey. Look at Mickey stepping in there.
Back
in the 2 spot. Responding.
Hitter, number 3, Babe Ruth.
And just back from 15 days on the DL with a sore tricep after starting an interleague game as a pitcher, George Herman.
Strike 3.
Oh,
he actually pulled it after the game, lifting beers.
Right. Get out.
Oh, Larrap and Lou going upper deck.
It might be arena baseball today.
It's Texas on the. Come on, man. They do nothing but give up home runs.
Roger Maris.
Roger Maris.
Strike 3.
Designated
Roger.
hitter, Mark Teixeira.
Hey, Teixeira. I tried hard to fix that pronunciation, and I only made it worse.
Look, that's as good as a computer's going to be able to do that, unless you're just reading the name on a recording.
Yeah, Teixeira. Okay, fine.
Past Gehrig at first. Wow.
Right.
Catcher, Ivan Rodriguez.
On the bench, a grumbling Don Mattingly was like, "I would have had that."
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's our bench killer. We can't
Well,
can't start the bench killer.
Mattingly was like, "Why you always play that Gehrig guy?"
Wants in.
Yep. It's funny that Mattingly is the new Leyritz.
Shortstop, Toby Hara.
Some first base, some outfield, pinching a little bit of third, maybe.
I want to apologize to Toby Hara, not just for the pronunciation, but I got to fix this picture. That's straight out of junior varsity second grade Photoshop hell.
Yeah, we need to get old, kind of chunky Toby Hara with his full beard.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, like that was the Toby Hara I knew growing up.
He was. I didn't realize this till like a year ago when I was loading him up and researching him. That the last active Washington senator.
Really?
Who started his first year was in Washington before they moved to Texas. So he was the last man standing who had actually worn that senator's from the second senator's squad. So
he was a good player for a long time.
And a Yankee, I think, at some point.
For a short time, yes. He was a good gravy, killing us.
Second baseman, Michael Young.
Talk him up and look what happens.
Right? Yeah.
Toby freaking Hara.
And then photogenic Michael Young steps to the plate. Get to. Oh, yeah.
That's Willie over there. Turn it in midair.
Number 8, Bill Dickey.
All right, Bill.
Oh, you gotta get in there.
Oh, no.
The bot is back. Don't ban Rob.
How do I do this right?
There's three little dots on the side. Click on that.
Go.
Don't ban Rob.
I didn't.
Okay.
Hard to believe that guy's back. Anyway.
Well, you didn't ban him 2 weeks ago. You only gave him 5 minutes.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Hey, Rob. Good to have you still with us. Look.
For now.
I'm improving, right? All right. Bill Dickey.
Oh.
Stop. Number 2, Derek Jeter.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a bunt with one out. Not with Pudge behind the plate, right?
No.
Bunting's kind of off the plate. Unless you're full on sacrificing.
Yes. Unless you're absolutely sacrificing the out, then yes. But good gravy. Come on,
Number
boys.
6, Tony Lazzari.
I don't know if Tony can push him up when they aren't on base, but
good.
Right fielder, Rusty Greer.
Yu Darvish apparently going for the Cy Young this year.
Right.
A rough first inning.
Left fielder, Nelson Cruz.
Speaking of rough, Happy Jack is not impressing. So let's see how this goes.
We hit him. All right.
First baseman, Rafael Palmyro.
So just in case this continues to go sideways.
Who are the long relief options?
Right now it's Lefty Gomez as far as left-handers go, and Tanaka, but he actually pitched yesterday. 61 pitches worth. So
sounds like Lefty Gomez is the option here.
It's like Lefty's our guy. So
because we would need some length out of him.
We'll get him warming just in case. Because this could continue to go sideways very easily.
It is us after all.
Yeah, right. Usually we wait till later, but sometimes we change it up.
Pinfield fly, batter's out.
I like that.
All right. Never a bad idea. Just catch it already, Willie. Come on.
You got
Center fielder, Josh Hamilton.
Squeeze the orange, Willie. A different sport.
Get two. Nope, just one.
Third baseman,
Hamilton's too fast for that.
Beltre.
All right, Adrian Beltre has a chance to end Jack Chesbro's night.
Yeah.
Ball.
Okay, that didn't kill us.
Designated hitter, Mark Teixeira.
Teixeira hits lefties and righties equally well. Gomez is ready in the pen.
Let's see if we can get Jack out of the inning.
Yeah, I would like to get a couple more innings out of Jack if we can, especially with Tanaka unavailable.
It's only 3-2, so.
Oh boy. Get some, Roger. I think that's over his head. Off the wall. Throw home, chance 11%.
As opposed to.
Just let him score and hold Teixeira at second.
I would say with 2 outs, throw it home.
May as well try. You might be able to cut it to third, too. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, so throw home. Nope, there it goes. Boo.
Catcher, Ivan.
Yeah, it's time to make a change.
Yep. Well,
doesn't matter lefty righty.
Pitching for New York.
Game's
number
out of
11,
control.
Lefty, Gomez.
man, telling you. All right, Pudge. You know what? We could pitch around Pudge and go after Toby Hara.
Sure, why not?
I'm not saying put him on, but oh boy, it doesn't matter anyway. Oh, he holds him.
Shortstop, Toby, Hara.
It's Dimaggio.
Didn't run on him. All right, Toby, help us out.
Ball 4.
Second baseman, Michael Young.
Michael Young hitting 182 on the season. Thank you.
Thank goodness.
Baseman, number 30, Willie
Oh,
Randolph.
Come on, Willie.
let's go, Willie.
Ball 4.
All right.
There we go. That's what he does. He gets on base.
Left fielder, Joe
Yeah,
Dimaggio.
he never would have been able to make it in today's game.
Send him.
At
Send him.
70% against Pudge,
Send him. Send a message.
I would never send him, but he's your guy. So
And look, somebody's got to fill Roto's shoes. Send him. We're down 4 runs. It's the fourth inning.
with the
Third
heart of the order coming up,
All right, you're right.
I am right.
You are right. All right, let's hold back.
I'll give you a hit and run if you really want it.
Let's go ahead then, because DiMaggio doesn't strike out.
All right. Dude,
He belted
not
it, but
quite.
wrong part of the yard.
Man.
Center fielder, Mickey Mantle.
All right. Are we hit and run again? With
No.
one down? Just hit. Oh. Keeping an eye on Randall.
Strike 3.
Designated
why.
hitter, Babe Ruth.
Who does you Darvish think he is? Mark Eckhorn?
I know, right?
All right, babe. Welcome back from the DL.
Strike 3.
Right fielder, Rusty Greer.
Gonna be one of those days, Mike.
It's already one of those days, Mark. Let's go, Thurman.
Right? His dad,
Left
obviously
fielder,
a Yankee fan.
Nelson Cruz.
Right?
Strike 3.
All right.
First baseman, Rafael Palmyro.
Past Gehrig again.
Center fielder, Josh Hamilton.
It's hard to tell if that's just the animation. Usually, if it's a play he had a chance at but didn't make, it'll say poor play. So I don't think
Fair
I don't think he had a shot of that.
I can't read all the little data boxes that you
Little
have.
scribbles. It's a double to the wall.
There's-
27% chance to nail Palmyro at home, and we also might be able to cut it. So yeah, absolutely. Go Willie.
Third baseman, Adrian.
Was that Maris
Okay.
with the poor play?
Let's see. It scrolled up too fast. Palmyro rounds third, going for home. The throw from Maris, the relay from Randolph. It'll be close. Palmyro dives for home. Dickey applies the tag. Safe. Hamilton is set. Come on, Joe.
You're all we can count on, Joe.
First
Thank you.
baseman, Lou Gehrig.
And for Yankee fans out there who are wondering why Mantle gets center field and Joe gets displaced to left, They actually have Mantle and Dimaggio rated the same in center, but Dimaggio is rated one bit higher than Mantle in left. So the best defensive alignment is to have Dimaggio in left and Mantle in center. Not that Dimaggio can't play center, but his left field is stronger than Mantle's. So that's how it shakes out. Sweet Lou.
Strike 3.
Oh.
Right fielder, Roger Maris.
Ball 4.
There we go.
All right, something positive from Roger Maris today.
Catcher, Bill Dickey.
Come on, Bill.
Strike 3.
Oh, my
Oh,
Shortstop,
goodness.
Derek Jeter.
Since when are these all-time Hall of Fame Yankees so bad at making contact?
Yeah, Yu Darvish is too much for him, man.
Not
That's
that Yu
true.
Darvish isn't a fine pitcher,
Right.
but come on now. How many strikeouts does he have?
Tony Lozeri.
What are Jarvis's numbers on the year?
I mean, for today.
Oh, let's see.
How many strikeouts does he have today?
Hold on, I can find this. Display. Box score. So far, it's 7-2 Rangers here in the fourth inning. Darvish with 9 strikeouts through 4 innings.
Right.
Hmm.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
It's probably too early to pinch hit for Irizarry.
Look, it's push him up, Tony. This is what he's here for.
All right.
We don't have anybody else to play third base anyway.
More like, yeah, we do got A-Rod. Pop him
that's
up.
right.
Pop him up, Tony.
Pop him up, Tony. Toaster strudel, Tony.
Designated hitter, Mark Teixeira.
Fine.
So what, lefty looks strong? Is that what it's telling us?
Ivan
Yep.
Rodriguez.
Lefty's got 22 more pitches, so arm-wise, he should be good for this inning at least.
Yeah.
Roger Maris got a beat on it. Ain't no thing.
Shortstop, Toby Hera.
Toby. All right. 1 hit's enough for you, Toby. Let's not get greedy over here.
Right.
Second baseman, Willie Randolph.
Here to start us off again.
All right, I'm just checking their roster. So coming up, there's a whole bunch of lefties. And Gomez might get us through, but it might be we're into the pen early, but it might be Sparky Lyle or Dave Rigetti.
Okay.
Either way, they can be ready quick, so we
Yeah.
can see where Gomez gets us.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if we get in trouble, Rigetti's the guy, right?
yeah, his numbers are definitely better. All right, Willie. There you go. On base
Go
again.
ahead. Try to keep him off base.
Left fielder, Joe Dimaggio.
Send him. 77%. Send him.
All right, fine.
Send him.
He's off.
Poop.
He's out.
Oh.
It is Pudge Rodriguez. Just,
Look, we're down 5 runs. We got to do something. If
Center
it's Pudge
fielder,
Rodriguez, it's still
Randall.
77%. So
for reference, the Yankees scored 18 on Sunday against this Rangers squad. But
yeah.
maybe? Nope,
No.
not enough.
second baseman,
No one escapes Thurman.
Young.
All right, so Gomez has 13 pitches left in him. So he's not making it out of this inning regardless.
Well, let's
So-
let him go here because Michael Young doesn't have anything so far.
You want to get Rigetti warming anyway? We're going to need him.
Let's
Maybe he gets a 1 pitch out here. It'll be amazing.
yeah, let's let this batter determine what we do.
All right. It's a shallow pop. Jody
right fielder, Rusty Greer.
He might get out of this.
I mean, he's rolling along. It's lefties.
Oh!
Oh my goodness, Rusty Greer again. Thurman Clyde Greer.
And now he has to face
Left fielder, Nelson
Cruz,
Cruz.
Yeah,
before we can get Rigetti in.
That's fine because the lefty righty matchup isn't any good anyway. So
that's gone. I thought it was going to come down.
That's way out there. That's in.
Yeah, it's too high.
Yeah, too high. Too high.
The trajectory of the
First
ball.
baseman, Rafael Palmyro.
So here's where
Get a visit out there.
Yeah, how you doing? Oh, he may be tired. Yeah, he might be. That gets Dave ready.
Pitching for New York, number 19, Dave Righetti.
I don't know if I'm more mad about the 9 or the 2.
I think the 2 bothers me more than the 9.
Mm.
These Texas guys can hit. That's not really the problem.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the ridiculous number of strikeouts against an upgraded murderer's row that is the problem.
Yeah.
Ball.
Yeah, why not, Dave?
Center fielder, Josh Hamilton.
Yeah, I'm throwing over because I'm just not going to let Palmyro steal on me. 76% now. Okay, that's more like Maris is all over that.
Yeah, didn't even have to move.
Nope, right at him.
Third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
Hell yeah, we'll throw to third.
Yeah. Why would we not?
Designated hitter, Mark Teixeira.
Teixeira's probably loving this. You didn't want me on your squad, New York? Behind those Gehrig and Mattingly guys? Fine. I'll play for Texas. And just
then he
like
grounds
that.
to Willie Randolph.
Designated hitter,
always a mistake.
Babe Ruth.
All right,
strike out, Babe.
Babe Ruth.
Strike 3.
Some kid in a hospital
First
bed.
baseman, Lou.
Strike out twice for me tonight, Babe.
Babe's like, I'll give you 3.
I'll give you 3. Pass me the mustard.
Lou Gehrig steps in. All right.
There we go. Biscuit pants.
Oh, it's an error. Goes to the wall. Run, Lou.
Right fielder, Roger Maris.
All right, Maris is hitting 225 on the year. And what is he today? Just 0 for 1 with a walk, I think.
Yes. Still, he could hit this a long way. So
he could. And
down 7 runs. We don't have a really better option, so we might as well.
All right. He moves the runner over.
That's what we need. Well-placed grounders to the right
Bill
side.
Dickey.
That'll get us right back into the
Bill Dickey. Get out.
Come on, Bill. That's not getting out.
It's not.
Catcher, Ivan Rodriguez.
Oh,
You know,
my
with
goodness.
one more out, that could have been a sac fly.
Yeah, well,
Strike 3.
Yeah, now we're rolling.
Shortstop, Toby Hera.
Toby Hera. All right.
Second baseman, Michael Young.
Get there. All right.
Shortstop, Derek Jeter.
The crowd rising to their feet. This is the first thing they've had to cheer about all game.
right? Derek Jeter's handsome. Yay.
Do. Big finish. All right, DJ.
All right.
Nope. Look at Toby. He's going to run that down.
He's ranging it out there. Fruit basket for Toby. Hurrah.
Man.
Third baseman, Tony Lazzari.
Strike 3.
Oh,
Second
goodness.
baseman, Willie Randolph.
Come on, Willie. It looks like it dropped in.
Left
It
fielder,
appears to be.
Dimaggio.
What's he
All right.
at?
62.
No.
Time for Jody. Snap throw. He's back.
Good net.
That is not.
Send a guy to
that
steal
ridiculous.
once, and look what happened.
Great play
Right
by
fielder,
Toby.
Rusty Greer.
Ah,
Righetti's got plenty of pitches, so
he seems strong
we found a reliever who isn't betraying us yet. So
so far.
Rusty Greer steps in looking for his 4th hit.
Blasts one out to the gap again.
Left fielder,
Good
Nelson
gravy.
Cruz.
Can't control Rusty Greer.
First baseman, Rafael Palmyro.
Strike 3.
All right,
Center fielder, Josh Hamilton.
You're a jerk, Palmyro.
right. Wild pitch. Throw to second. 17% chance to get Nelson Cruz.
Wow, that's a
Wait,
really wild pitch.
The only downside is that you might throw it into center field, but Cruz may not even take third on that.
Yeah, let's it's time to wing it.
I think we got him.
We got him.
We got him. Wow, someone.
Bill Dickey, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him a big
Right?
hand.
Hey, Bill, player of the game.
Well, besides Willie Randolph's 2 hits and a walk.
That's true. And sparkling defense at second base.
That's right.
Mickey Mantle. Foul ball.
Bubble.
Oh. Let's go, Mickey.
Strike 3.
Oh,
Designated hitter, Babe Ruth.
Come on, babe. Oh, good.
will you ground out weakly to short for me, babe?
Dude, it's an improvement.
First baseman, Lou
Ugh,
Gehrig.
Come on, Lou.
Strike 3. You're out.
good gravy.
Righetti seems fine. He's about at 1/3 Darvish. He's got 15 pitches left in his arm.
Let's if he gets in trouble, we'll do something about it. But
All right. He's been good so far.
we're down 7 runs. Who cares?
Man. Like I said, this might go quick.
Third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
Belcher got a lot of that. But Man's going sideways, so.
Designated hitter, Mark Teixeira.
All right, if Teixeira gets on, Righetti is cooked. He's only got 4 pitches left, so
I'm still not worried about it, but we're
Well.
down 7 runs.
you like Sparky Lyle, Goose Gossage, or Dylan Betances?
Betances because he beat up quickest.
I think he's got that. He certainly does.
Right
Joe
fielder,
Dimaggio.
Roger Maris.
Go to the let her go to the bench.
All right, so
Get me the bench killer. Get me Don Mattingly.
Darvish will be out of gas in 7 pitches, so maybe we can finally get him off the damn mound.
I want Don Mattingly.
Batters, Mattingly for Maris. Okay.
Boom.
Pinch hitting for New York, number 23, Don Mattingly.
That's right.
Shoots one to left. How about
That's
that? No,
Bill
Right
no
at
good.
Belcher.
Dickey.
Never mind.
Dickey's 0 for 3.
Let's get Yogi in there.
May as well get Yogi in
Time to clear the bench.
an appearance.
Pinch hitting for New York, number 8, Yogi Berra.
A dribbler. Run, Yogi, run. Not even close.
Shortstop, Derek Jeter.
Get A-Rod in.
Oh, blasphemy, but okay.
Let's go. Bench plays. I need a guy who can hit a
Infield
home
for
run.
New York, number 13,
Let's 8-run
Alex
home run.
Rodriguez.
Right. Look at that. Not quite. And for A-Rod, as always, a lot of noise, but ultimately disappointing.
Filled
The
with
final
sound
score
and
from Yankee
fury,
Stadium,
signifying nothing.
Texas 9, New York 2. Yu Darvish is the winner. He is now 4-4. Jack Kespro is the loser. He is now 4-3.
Yes, he
Nelson
is.
Cruz hit home run number 9 on the season. Rusty Greer hit 2. He now has 5 on the season. Lou Gehrig hit number 15. Mickey Mantle hit number 13. Time of the game, 3 hours, 11 minutes.
So I was hoping Yu Darvish would have a couple of pluses here in the stuff category,
No.
right? Like he was on fire. No,
No.
just taking care of business. So player of the
He is,
game,
of course. You realize he is the greatest pitcher in baseball history,
man.
which is why you set down 13 Hall of Fame Yankees. Couldn't do a thing with Willie Randolph, though. Had to count on Pudge to do that for him.
Gotta be honest, other than Garrett going 2 for 4 and hitting one out, he also struck out twice, which didn't help. But Willie 2 for 2 with a walk and strong defense at second.
Making his case, man.
Willie hitting 300 on the season.
In limited duty, yes.
Limited duty. So it was not what we expected, and yet it kind of was.
It was exactly what we expected. It was exactly what we expected.
I think next time maybe we play as somebody else.
Yeah.
And see who else we can mess up their season for, right?
We need to play as Oakland so we can perhaps get Willie Randolph on their roster as well.
If we were doing the best game on the schedule, we would be doing Birmingham and Boston, I think. So maybe we should control those Red Sox.
Right? We should always be the Red Sox.
See how creative we can be with Pedro and Pedroia and the boys. So
I would break out in progressive hives as the game went on, though. That would be the problem.
When people would ask me when I was brand new out here in New England, they'd say, "Oh, you like the Sox?" And my very well thought out answer was, "Man, I love Pedroia," right? Because he's a Sun Devil guy. I can be behind that. And then usually there was no follow up, and so I skated by on Pedroia for a couple years before Machado blew up his knee. So we owe him that at least. So that's a wrap. Texas 9, New York 2. So Rangers fans out there, you're welcome.
Both of you.
Yeah, both of you. We're pretty thrilled about that. Congratulations on win number 11 on the year.
I suppose we should be consoling them on the loss of their Cowboys in the real world tonight.
Right, yeah. And the injury to Juan Gonzalez. We certainly wish him the best. But that's a wrap for Eternal Baseball. Usually it's a little more competitive, but yeah, this is usually where we end.
Not normally when I'm here.
It's usually close, but today we got housed.
And Rob didn't get banned.
Rob didn't get banned, and we still have our Aryan follower who will try to take care of post-show. So, again, it's the Eternal Baseball Podcast. We're here every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, usually with a more compelling game. And if you just can't get enough of Mike Irizarry, you might also know him as the dean of the What's on Joe Mind podcast. Tell him about it, Mike.
Well, if you collect G.I. Joe toys, where you been, right? You can follow us here on YouTube. We are at WOJM, What's on Joe Mind. We're also on Podbean and wherever you get your podcasts. You get the audio replay of what we do live here on YouTube. But it is myself. It is the man in the top window, Mark Weber. It is our good friend Joe Colton, and sometimes even my brother Racktime Rob.
Mm-hmm.
And we're every Friday night at 9 p.m. We talk about the news and the ins and the outs of the world of G.I. Joe, whether it's collecting stuff that's on the shelf today or collecting stuff from 30 years ago or from even further back, or we try to play around in the universe as a whole there. So please come on out and join us. We're still driving to get ourselves to 1,000 subscribers. We'd be thrilled if you could catch a piece of that. We'd really enjoy it. We have a good time. Lots of laughs, lots of fun, and lots of dorking out for people in their 40s.
That's right. So unless you're the Aryan commenter we keep banning, or
that's all right. I'll ban you there too. That's fine. You can
or you Darvish, you are welcome to join us on What's on Joe Mind every Friday night.
Look, if he subscribes, I can ban him from posting anything. So
yeah, we'll just take the number.
Yeah.
All right.
Plus one. Cha-ching.
That's smarter. All right. So congratulations to Willie Randolph and to you, Darvish. As always, my thanks to fill-in guest host extraordinaire Mike Irizarry. And we will see you next week for another thrilling edition of
Eternal Baseball Podcast.
Baseball Podcast.